Hey Libra, what's up? Welcome to Archer 313-615 Rapid Fire. I had some plans going on later on today that I got to do, but I couldn't leave the last 6 signs hanging. So we're just going to do some rapid fires. No super chats, but at least get readings out there for all the signs that are waiting for a reading. So let's do it. Hi, I'm Archer. Welcome. Hello. All right. Thanks for being here too. We're going to do whatever messages comes out. I got to convey it across to you, but when you're here with me, you are totally protected. I'm your ride or die. I got your back, and I'm the crystals. All right. So let's tap in and tune into some Libra energy and see what we got going on. What up, Rowdy? Hey, Melissa. How's it going, guys? All right. God, tap me in, tune me into Libra energy, please, and thank you. Give me a little bit of everything we got for Libra. What do we have for a Libra? Thoughts, feelings, emotions. What we got? Hold on. Oh, I forgot. Go live. Instagram's not doing the go live again. That's okay. All right. Let's go. Hi. What's up, Gene? How's it going? Hey, Sandra. What's up, Mac? How's it going, Ella? All right, let's do it to it. Give me 2 shuffles for Libra. What do we got? 1 and 2. You're actually the first reading for July. How about that? On that note, let's love this, deck for the lovable, lovely Libras. Case dismissed. These are bonus cards. You earned these. And it's the Fool card of the 3 of Pentacles. Building Solomon's Temple with the Fool card. You're laying down a foundation for a brand new beginning. It's like Libra 2.0. Oh, and you're the first reading for July. So we're going to leave these as like an overall energy. Meanwhile, at the bottom of the deck, we got the 7 of Cups, where you're going to be faced with some 7 of Wands options coming in as part of closing out an old cycle and an old chapter. It's kind of like you're working hard to feel better and rebuild yourself into something new. And maybe you haven't been feeling the best lately, like just physical actual health issues like sinus issues or trying to like more tired than usual, stuff like that. Creating a new being or a new soul, reinventing yourself, that's a lot of work. It's cool. It's like you're coming out of like the Beatles collarless suit era singing She Loves You, and now you're putting on your Sgt. Pepper gear and coming into color like the Wizard of Oz. All right. So let's start with your energies. Let's see what we got. Knight of Pentacles. It's been a big process. It's been a lot of work on that King of Cups, but you're making self-healing look good. Remember, the King of Cups, that's my card of turning the cup inward, the card of self-love. In the 3 of Swords, you've been focusing on all the parts of yourself you want to improve on. That's your energy. This 3 of Swords shows me you just looking more internally, maybe with the South Node coming out of your sign. All right? That you've done a lot of internal work, but God's saying that you've put a lot of work into yourself. All right? You're tired out from it, but you're doing good. We'll get some details, get some more details. Because like maybe for those of you even I'm being told for some of you facing a frightening diagnosis that you've got all the right specialists on your path. That might be a specific message, but it literally just popped out of the blue. So I had to pop that one out. All right. Okay. Let's see what's up with the past person. All right. Remember, you're allowed to miss and love whomever you want, however long you want, because my title here is just tarot reader, not tarot tell you what to do or. Hey, Cappy Goat 1111, what up? We got the Ace of Pentacles, 8 of Wands on the 2 of Wands. Libra, this person doesn't want this to be over yet. No wonder they've been in your energy so much. And you might even feel almost like guilty or something. Like for not guilty, but like in a way, like, why am I thinking about them so much? Almost like feeling bad. Like you're trying to move forward, but you can't get them off your mind. 8 of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. They did have a habit on that 2 of Wands, though, Elijah on Mount Carmel, of playing games with your heart. And I'm hearing the song that goes along with that too. Like promising they're all in on one moment and all about you, but then it also feels like they might have had a bit of a wandering eye, Libra. I'll find out about that, okay? We'll see what's up, because the Ace of Pentacles, 8 of Wands to the 2 of Wands does show that they want to move things forward with you. They're choosing a fresh start. It's almost as if they might be unsure if you're willing to forgive them. Ooh, they did some stuff. Okay. All right. 7 of Cups made you feel like an option, possibly even. Okay. I'm not going to assume, because when I assume, stuff happens. What's up with a new person? All right. This could be somebody that you're already involved with, or you're single and you wonder what's coming in. And what's coming in is something really good. The Magician card on the 6 of Wands to the 10 of Cups. That's Caitlin Petty showing up and beating all of Broadway's traffic to make it to CMA Fest on time. Parting the Red Sea of red flags like Moses towards the 10 of Cups. This person, now, they might be a little closed off and sneaky. Could be a Gemini or a Virgo, or appear that way. But it's kind of like they're almost a little nervous or insecure about, is this too good to be true? You know, that sort of a vibe. And you might be feeling the same kind of way. But the cards are telling me we've got an approaching, they're like, you know how I'm the meteorologist for the universe, the astrology of a meteorologist? This tells me there's an incoming reunion watch. Okay. Conditions are favorable for either a reunion or a fresh relationship. Okay. Could be a past person coming back and you're wanting to work something out, or straight up fresh. All right. But we got to see what's up. I'm going to put you under a relationship watch. Totally. Conditions are favorable. We haven't made it to a relationship warning yet, but there's still a pending watch for your county. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's dig in. Could totally be dealing with a Capricorn or a Pisces. You've got, could be another Libra because there is Libra energy here, but Sagittarius is here. There's pretty strong Capricorn. Aries, Gemini, Virgo, and Leo. But at the moment, it seems like Capricorn and Pisces are kind of dominating into the reading. Okay. Doesn't have to be their sun sign, though. Just part of their chart. But let's dig in. Here we go. All right. Knight of Pentacles, King of Cups, Three of Swords. You have the Four of Cups. Yeah, look how bummed out and tired you are. Six of Cups shows you've been working to clear some generational debt out because, well, in English, generational debt is just saying maybe you don't want to raise your family in the future like your family raised you in the past. And it's clearing out some of that programming, all right? Where it's just like your parents fought or something. And then like, oh, I don't want to see my kids fight in the future. I don't want them to see their parents doing that. And it ends that cycle because you changed the direction. I like that. Six of Cups. Definitely back into your childhood. Some of you guys could even have felt like you were neglected as a child. Maybe your parents just either threw money at you or you were like a latchkey kid, pop them in front of the TV set, and you never really, like, you kind of had to fend for yourself, right? Some of you guys might even have come from either like a single parent household or even like a blended family type of a vibe. But the Knight of Pentacles and the Six of Swords shows how much you've worked to see things from a more positive perspective. It does seem like the stresses of your love life not going the way you thought it would has you kind of feeling down. Four of Cups, you know? Look at that. Even if some of you guys might even like to go camping or you have plans coming up. I'm seeing bees. So you might want to watch out for those. Or like maybe they've been stalking you already. Like you can't go to your car or the door to your home or apartment without something buzzing around. You're like, you just leave me alone and I'll leave you alone. But those bees represent this Three of Pentacles, God's worker bees, your guardian angels working to help. You got big goals, though, with two Knights of Pentacles that you've taken a long time to achieve. But the Knight of Pentacles, that is my U.S. Postal Service card in the tarot, because neither rain or sleet or snow or natural disaster stops the Knight of Pentacles from delivering the Ace of Pentacles, all right? Maybe some of you work for the post office, or your person does, all right? Or maybe just a delivery driver or something. But look, even for those of you dealing with that new person energy, they're on your level, and you guys are both curious about each other. So you got a lot of love on your mind, even though you might be keeping it cool behind the scenes. But with everything you've gone through, no wonder it's got you feeling a little down and depressed, right? No magical rainbow unicorn stuff. You're the cardinal air sign, so I can totally be straight up with you. That you're like, yeah, Archer, it's not so magical. Ooh, I'm down. I totally get it. The thing on this is, hold on. There's something you're planning here that you're kind of unsure about. Like maybe like a test or training or something, like maybe a new job or a new promotion that lets you keep going forward in your direction in your career path or your love life or something. And it's kind of like, you know, you do know your stuff better than anybody else. The Magician card, even if it's Scotch tape and baling wires, this Magician card, it's not so much about you got all the tools. It's actually the Magician can work with the tools at hand to manifest. All right. So I'm pulling a bit of like, you know the stuff better than you think you do, and a little bit of like muscle memory showing up, where if it's like a test, you know the answers, or they become common sense questions where like the answer is really obvious, or it's like you've already done most of the stuff that you just got to like officiate it through the test. And as you go through this training or whatever, you're gonna be like, oh my God, I know half this stuff. All right. Or even with the love life or spiritual awakening or ascension symptoms of being like, oh man, it's awkward or it's a weird feeling. But in the outcome, it's the right choice because you've done a lot of work on the King of Cups. Pisces, Gemini, Virgo energy, Aquarius and Cancer, plus Scorpio energy. Those could be actually some strong parts in your chart. Some of you guys might even have a water placement for your moon, like a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio moon. But it's letting you tap into more of your dreams. Even the movements of Neptune and Uranus, they both seem to be pretty big pivotal points. Because even Aquarius energy, Uranus moving into Gemini, that clears the third house thoughts, mindsets, and allows you to see things from a different perspective. Six of Swords into the Empress. So that you are adjusting so nicely to your glow up that, man, Seven of Cups, options are going to start coming in faster than you think with the Knight of Wands. And you're going to do great at this. Now, you have had them more on your mind than usual lately. That's the only thing I keep pulling on this. I can't get away from that Four of Cups, the Cancer energy on this one. Maybe to the point that you're wondering why. Like, there's still things from your past that you want to understand deeper. Like why they happened to you, or what was the lessons? What were the tests? Some of them you're like, why did I even have to go through that test, right? You keep calling from your lessons that you've learned from those experiences, and it brings you into the future. It's like forewarned is four-armed energy, Cancerian energy, okay? And as you process through like the 6 main growth stages of any human that will experience in their lifetime, this leads to those nostalgic feelings, Four of Cups. Even the Six of Cups, Scorpio energy, okay? These nostalgic feelings will leave you wondering like why you were feeling the way they were and why you were processing in the way that you were. It pulls those lessons from the past saying, hey, this energy feels kind of similar to that. So like heads up, red flagged, so that you know what's coming and you can learn from those experiences to prevent it from happening again. Whether it's the same person, whether it's a friend, a loved one, or a family member, or it's that new person that you just don't want the past to repeat itself. It's learning from those. You just don't want to keep having the regrets for the rest of your life. But Uranus entering into Gemini energy on this one is going to be that ability from the third house to see things from a different perspective with the Aquarius energy. All right. So Libra, I will totally watch Uranus for you. Poor Uranus, the butt of all science class jokes. But I dig the direction it's going. And for those of you that are actually making travel plans, maybe you've got like, you know, a kayaking trip, a cruise, going camping, whether it's like real camping or a hotel camping, you know, going to like Campground Hilton. I don't care. I do got a message on that I want to see. Page of Pentacles. I just said I had the message. This is why I love tarot. I say it and then God's like, yo, what he said. What I'm being told is a lot of crossing T's and dotting I's for those of you that are traveling. Make sure to screen cap all of your confirmation screens, because I'm being told don't trust your Apple Wallet. That something might get lost or a signal interference or something. But to have some screen caps stored in your photos is going to be something really going to help you out. And somebody here is planning a remodeling project, maybe redoing a kitchen or building an addition, or somebody's a carpenter or contractor. Okay. All right. Let's get into the love department, see what's up here. All right. Chariot energy. There is strong Cancer, Capricorn, and Pisces on this reading. That's freaky. Whoa. Okay. Thanks for being here too, guys. Hope you guys are having a good weekend. And please consider subscribing, being part of the fam. The Mod Squad's working to get me up to 70,000 for my birthday coming up on July 7th. So we'd love to have you be a part of the fam. Plenty of room at the table. All right. Let's see what we got. Ace of Pentacles, 8 of Wands. We're just doing some fun hangouts Sunday morning. We're just going to rapid fire this stuff out. All right. I got the Moon card on the 9 of Swords, the 4 of Wands with the 8 of Swords, the High Priestess, Ace of Pentacles. This is like full circle in this reading. First card out in the past person's Ace of Pentacles. It leads us all the way back to the overall energy. Now, the Moon card shows a big fear of how long they've kept you waiting in silence on that 9 of Swords, promising all those things. Man, they're replaying so many thoughts in their head, replaying old conversations, literally hearing your voice. They can't tell if it's their brain or they're really channeling you. There's like a deep telepathic connection that you've led this person to a spiritual awakening, especially with the 4 of Wands on the 8 of Swords. This could be your twin flame, the original runner that brought you to tarot back in the day. And they've been wanting to reach out for a minute with the 8 of Swords there. Look at them on their phone looking at you. Remember, no gender in tarot, okay? But on this one here, it's like you don't think they would ever be like this until their true colors showed, though, resulting in what felt like Tower card energy, the fear of the unknown on the High Priestess. I'm seeing an open fire hydrant. That's interesting. Like one where the police or the local neighborhood figured out how to take the cap off and they're letting the kids cool down. That might resonate. Oh, wow. For some of you guys, they threw your stuff out on the street after having left you to figure out like where you were going to live with no warning. High Priestess. Like you came home and just found your stuff boxed up, tossed out by the dumpster, whatever. Some of you guys wound up living in a hotel. Oh my goodness. Now, oh man, their karma's rough on this one. They put you through a lot. And remember, they gotta pay up just as much as they put you through before they're ready to go. That's a lot. Hold on, I'm gonna get a couple cards on this High Priestess and the Moon card, especially with that Four of Wands hanging out. Could be dealing with a Pisces, but you've also got Virgo and Aries. Gemini is pretty strong with Capricorn. There is Leo and Cancer here too. Aries, if I didn't mention it. And you then could be born on the 18th or the 2nd, the 28th. Man, a lot of repeating 2, 4, and 8 with this, but the 8 seem to be pretty strong. Somebody could be a life path 8. The 4th, the 14th, the 24th, or the 2nd too. Maybe even the 9th. Thank you. 8 of Cups. They had to grow up. They had to walk away. There could be an age difference, but they've been on their own with this Hermit card. The thing is that they've had some time to work on how much they nurture this relationship. 8 of Cups. They had to treat you differently, right? Because the thing is that they weren't giving as much as they were taking. This was all take, and no give. But they've had a little bit of a George Bailey coming around moment. Could even be like a form of a dreamscape thing, or a dream that they really could like smell, sense, and taste it. Of like, see, you really did have a wonderful life, George. You know what I mean? Or something like that. Jimmy Stewart might even resonate. But it does feel like that they're wanting to reach out and tell you how far they've come. 2 Ace of Pentacles. Then you've even got the 8 of Wands and the 2 of Wands. They're choosing you, and you might not even think it. It does feel like that. Because they want to tell you about everything that they've done and how far they've come. 8 of Swords, the 8 of Wands. August 8th might even be a very pivotal moment for you. Keep note. Something big is going to happen during the Lionsgate portal for you, Libra, on August 8th. You might want to mark that one down in your calendar. Because what I'm seeing here is that they're going to be very excited about like learning about you. You know how they never really focused on anything about you? Whatever it is that they paid off, it overcame that, where they're going to like want to get to know you all over again. So this is going to leave the choice up to you. But with 2 Ace of Pentacles plus that 8 of Wands, they're going to reach out to you. Some of you guys may even have already gotten a text from them, and you're just curious if it's safe to proceed. Hermit card on the High Priestess. The confirmation is the text message. They've tried for a while, but with the 8 of Swords, they've either had signal problems, broke their phone, dropped it in the water. God would not let them reach out until they were ready. And if you haven't heard from them yet, you're probably getting ready, because the ones that already have is like the dominoes starting as the rest of the Libras start getting their messages too. It's Cancer season. Heads up, everybody's going to be reaching out. It's a thing. All right. I love it for you. Now, let's see what's up with the new person. All right. Thanks for being here, guys. Thanks for understanding on like the super chats. We'll be doing those tomorrow during the All Signs, Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Okay. And if you do want to book a personal reading with me, you can email me at archerastrology@gmail.com. I offer one-on-one Zoom readings where it's like you're here with me at the table, plus the personal private YouTube readings. So whatever you pick, just shoot me an email. I'll send you back the pricing and the booking details. And thanks for your comments, liking, subscribing, and that. And even letting me take a minute to thank you for the promotion. All right. Remember, all the safe to click links are either found by scanning this QR code or using the link in the pinned comment or my bio. It'll take you to the Arch Astrology link tree. Oh, thanks, Dina. It'll resonate to any placement of Libra in your chart. So that's awesome to hear. All right, let's dig in. Hey, Namira, how you been? What is up, Trust in the Light? This was all impromptu. I didn't have anything scheduled. I'm like, let's just read cards. Let's do it. All right, new person energy. This person's kind of closed off, even though the energy says that they like want it all with you, like seriously. So they're doing a really good job at hiding it. I think if they open up 10 of Cups, they're like a dam bursting, and it might freak you out a little bit that all of a sudden they go clingy, word vomiting, multiple texts, right? 10 of Cups. 8 of Wands. Oh my gosh, they want to talk to you too. 3 of Swords, 9 of Wands. They've been through the same stuff too. With the Lover's card on this Tower card coming through with the Page of Cups, they're dreaming about it. Because in traditional Page of Cups and the Rider-Waite Tarot, it's never really known if this boy is dreaming of the fish in the jar or if he's already bought the fish in the jar, you know? But the Lover's card here on the Tower card, this is telling me here, it's like they just sneak around the house while you're sleeping. Or you just wonder why do they keep going quiet? Or why do they keep their cell phone face down? You know, stuff like that. But I don't see that they have anything to hide. Maybe their phone goes off a lot and they just don't like the screen going. That's what the moon mode is for. Well, I think it's called focus mode. I call it moon mode, whatever. But 10 of Wands, this person, like, they don't want to hurt you because they've already been hurt in very similar ways. And like, they're like, I would never do that to somebody. 9 of Cups, 2 of Cups. I knew it. The devil was pretty close. So see, they're scared to open up. It just takes a lot to get to know this person. And it winds up leaving you feeling kind of like unloved or unwanted. And like communication's going nowhere. And it gets really frustrating. Some of you guys might even work together, but it's a bit of a roller coaster to get to the top of it here on the 6 of Wands. Something about mayflies might resonate, or moving boxes. Some of you guys may move in together with this person. And I keep seeing pickleball. I don't know why that resonates. Maybe it's a little bit of a back and forth thing going on, that it's hard to get a read on it. But there's strong Scorpio, Aries, and Gemini energy hanging out here. Cancer, Libra, and Sagittarius. Leo, if I didn't mention them, Gemini and Virgo. But here's the thing. The Queen of Wands. I should have known. I should have looked at that. The Queen of Wands is that 3rd times the charm energy. It's Violet Jessup in my Titanic tarot deck, which I really need to talk about somebody like Lawrence Beasley or Jack Thayer. We need some new stories, and I got them. We just got to get the right cards on the Titanic deck. Justice and the Empress. I knew it. You do make healing look good, and you're doing so much better than you think that you will wind up getting multiple choices. Libra, I know you haven't really felt anything happening, and it's been slow to proceed. Now, the new person, they're realizing that you're starting to shut down and close off, and it's going to allow them to take things in a new, like, okay, Libra, I noticed you've been a little closed off, a little quiet, 9 of Wands. I think I am messing up the direction that this is going. You know, you've been quiet, Libra. Why? What's wrong? And it opens up that door to talk. All right. This person's own securities are what gets in their way on the 3 of Swords. Okay. But with the 3 of Swords popping up with 2 8 of Wands, that tells me that you've got, regardless of if you're waiting for a past person to reach out or you're going in this new direction, either way, they're both you're going to hear from them both. You've got someone from your past that's going to reach out to be like, hey, Libra, how you been? Can we talk? What have you been up to? They want to know your status, what's been going on. Then you got the new person going to offer, and you're going to be like, I knew it. I knew it. The minute I'm ready to move on, the past person reaches out too. This is all like ramp up for Mercury retrograde. It's only like a month away. You know what I mean? The 3 of Swords shows that you're going to be the one faced with 2 options, and the choice is going to totally be up to you. So I got to see what the outcome is. All right. For 8% of you guys, this is exactly how my Sag grandma taught me to read, that this is a past person that has done the work, and they're literally coming in a new Ace of Cups type energy. Leads right to the Wheel of Fortune and the 10 of Cups, all right? That they've moved the obstacles out of their way. But for those of you, this is a new person, it winds up being both of them. That one person you knew was going to reach out does, and the new person, and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm at a crossroads. Which way do I go? You know? 7 of Swords. The Page of Swords and the King of Cups, because they're both watching you, but I'm being told the new person's energy is the one that's done the work. King of Cups, they're at the same level. Page of Swords shows a past person stalking, watching you. You got more than one person watching you, all right? You got somebody you dated back right out of high school. It's still like, I wonder whatever happened to Libra. So no wonder your ears are burning. You're not sleeping at night. You're busy hopping from people's dreams to other people's dreams. You do know how to leave an impression on people. You're the one in the other readings when I'm like, hey, remember that crush from like elementary school? And I'm like, so you remember the name? 9.5 times out of 10, somebody's remembering your name, Libra. You do know how to leave a mark. But I love this. It's just going to be a little intimidating. But the new person's in this King of Cups energy. So it's either the past person back in the King of Cups to the 10 of Cups, or it's the new person finally opening up because they realize, either way, they're finna ask you about this soon, okay? Because they know they're already frustrating you. The past person knows they're walking on thin ice to begin with, all right? So keep your phone charger nearby you. You're going to want to hang on to it. You're going to need it. You got multiple people that are going to break no contact and open up. Like one set of word vomit text, one set of multiple single line texts. Oh, wow. You, Cancer season is going to be rather epic. And this all starts in the week ahead. And remember, this reading is timeless. So whenever you find it, it's pulling on your energy. That's what led this thing into your algorithm, so you could click on it. And thanks for being here, y'all. I love you guys. Claim it down in the comments so we can make it manifest for you. All right. And thank you all for being a part of the channel. And remember, it'll resonate to any placement of Libra in your chart because you are not just your sun, moon, rising, and Venus sign, but all the parts of your charts are what makes you 1 in a billion Libra. And I'm a Libra Jupiter, so I totally love you. All right. You got all the good luck coming. All right. Till next time, namaste. Peace and love. Archer out. Yeah, chariot. I'll see you later, Libra, and I'll see you all in just a little bit for Scorpio. I'll be back.